I'm gonna sort of start this again. um, so, I just want to talk to you, you being me, and anyone else who might see this. You most likely need to hear something here. And these are just affirmations, nothing crazy. Let's just get into it. You're not delusional. That dream that you see, the life that you're envisioning right now, it's real. It's already yours. It's real. Sometimes the internal is just much faster than the external. And you've seen the vision, you've seen where you're headed, you know where you're gonna be, or at least you have an idea of what it is. Because, sometimes our manifestations show up in different forms. There's still what we manifested. It's just sometimes it's like different, but like better. That makes sense. So you have the vision, you know where you're going, you know that that's yours. It's just that the external takes time to catch up. So the whole thing with manifestation, and I'm no expert, but this is based on experience and everything that I'm seeing people talk about, and again based on experience because like I'm experiencing the same thing. You have to hold that identity, that vision. You have to hold that vision. This is what they mean when they say I am the prize. Hold that vision. It's yours. You have to keep holding that frequency because then the things will start working out. Then the things will start coming your way. Then, the things, opportunities, the people, the places, everything, the abundance that is aligned with that vision or whatever your highest self envisions for you because it's already yours. Whatever that is, if you hold that frequency, if you stay in that knowing that this is mine and this is where I'm meant to go and I deserve all of this, they will come. Everything will come your way. Everything you need will come at the right moment that you need it. Doors will open. People will come your way. Ooh. Ooh. Just a thing, like, just, I think this is timely. So I just got a message from my client, and it's pretty crazy because I'm planning a trip next month. I'm planning a trip like every month, all affordable ones though. Planning a trip for next month. I already bought the tickets. It's a local, just a domestic flight. I bought the tickets, and in my head, I'm just thinking, whatever. Bahala na. Bahala na, if you don't know what that means, it's just like, I leave it up to God. So, like, bahala na about, like, the accommodations, the plans. Like, I don't know. I just need to get the ticket. I just need to make sure it's gonna happen. Because that's what I did with my first solo travel thing. I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna make sure I'm going and it'll happen. And true enough, it did happen. And I was actually watching one of the stories I posted about it the other day. In my solo account where it's just me and one other friend, and I was just saying, like, I know this trip has to happen, and I know it's gonna happen, and I know something's gonna change. And true enough, my life did fucking change. My life changed from that trip, and I said in that video, like, maybe even in just a small way, I literally went home feeling like I jumped realities, like something changed, something shifted. My eyes were open to another bigger perspective. Like it wasn't already like a big perspective. It got even bigger. So anyway, I'm planning a trip for next month and I have the tickets. No plans yet. I just know like yeah, there are certain places to see and I haven't even figured out the logistics of like being in that island. How I'm gonna get around because they motorbike and shit. I think that was my stomach. Anyway, so you have to fly to a certain place first, and then you take a ferry. So I'm flying to this place called Dumaguete, and I was talking to my client about it. My favorite client, I love her so much. Like, if you could adopt a grandmother or an aunt, like, I don't know. Anyway, I love her that much. And I know she likes me, and like, we talk about life. So anyway, she was telling me that she had a student who has a resort in Dumaguete, and he's been telling her to go check it out and to. I should be doing my makeup while I'm talking. To go check it out, and that he'd give her special rates. And she's like, let me ask what the special rates are, and maybe if you have time, you can go check it out. Because like my plan was Sikihor, so I fly to Dumaguete and take a ferry to Sikihor, and I'm gonna be there for roughly like 4 days, because I fly out on the fifth day, early morning. So I have 4 days. She's like, well, if you have time, like, and I was telling her, like, yeah, please ask about the special rates, and I'll see if I have the budget for it, because I was just thinking like, I just want to go on this trip, and she showed me the resort looks super cool. I was like, you know what, if I can afford it, why not? So yeah, just let me know. And she said okay, and she messaged me this morning, and I just have to like get into it. We're on the topic of manifestation, by the way, and again, I'm just manifesting that things will work out, like just like this trip. And for a little bit more context, I've struggled with the lack mindset with finances for so long, and I have always been pretty messy with my finances. Anyway, I'm learning to unlearn that and manage my finances better by trusting. It doesn't really make sense, but it works out. Maybe we'll get into that another day. Anyway, she messages me, and I wake up to her messages this morning. Because she sent me a screenshot of the resort when we were together. And she replied to that screenshot just today. And she said, it's a 30-minute drive from Dumaguete Airport. Let me know if your schedule permits. I can get you one night with breakfast. My treat. And I was like, what? And it's a dope-ass resort. It looks so cool. And I was just thinking, like, oh, that's crazy. What do you mean? And something I also struggle with is when people offer me things, I automatically decline and act all humble, like, yeah, no, it's okay, you don't have to, because I just feel like, why are you offering me this? Are you gonna like hold it against me or something? Because unfortunately, I've had to deal with that multiple times, several times, a lot of times throughout my life, where people would offer things, and have some sort of ulterior motive to it. So I would doubt these things and just decline, even though I really want it, or like it's something that'll help me out. And so she sends me this, and I'm like in a fucking panic. Like, how do I deal with this now? Because I do want it. I do want it. And she's offering it. And like, I know we have a good relationship. Like, so obviously ask my bestie ChatGPT, like, what do I do? Because like I typed out the initial message of what was I typing out? I said, oh wow, thank you, ma'am. And I didn't know how to like say like that yes, I would like to take it, because I've never really done that before. I don't really say like, yeah, sure. I'm always like, oh, no, don't. And so basically, after a short discussion with ChatGPT, I end up sending her this. Oh wow, thank you so much, ma'am. That's really generous of you. I'm not reading this with like the right intonation. I'm sorry. I haven't made any plans yet. For when I get there, and I arrive at Dumaguete Airport around 1:35 p.m. assuming no delays. So that timing sounds perfect if a slightly later check-in is alright with them. I really appreciate the treat. It means a lot. And it's crazy because that's not something I usually say. That's not something I usually like. I don't usually agree to like these things, and now I'm just kind of trying to get myself used to the idea that I deserve this, and it's coming from a genuine place. She's a genuine person, and I know she likes me, and she wouldn't just offer this, and there's no ulterior motive. And I'm just like I'm just really fighting all the doubt. This is what like holding the identity is. It's like the identity of I deserve this. I know this is mine. I know good things are meant for me. And kind of holding that while you're kind of fighting against these old wounds, old fears, where in my case, in my head, it's like, What if this is gonna be held against me one day? Like, oh, I paid for your like one night at the resort, blah blah blah, like all that, whatever. I have to stick to the knowing that this is something that I deserve because she sees the value and the work that I put in for her. Okay? See, that's, I think, one of the harder parts of um, realizing your value and, working through all these wounds, all this shadow work. One of the hardest things is integrating and holding that identity, keeping yourself grounded in the knowing that yes, I'm actually a very worthy, I've been worthy since the moment I was born. I deserve good things. Like, fuck whoever put these thoughts in my head that I don't deserve these things. You don't need to do anything to be worthy of good things because you already are worthy of it. And you just have to accept it. You just have to know it in yourself that, look, I deserve good things. And it doesn't make sense a lot, especially when you grow up, like, with a lot of traumas, wounds, especially the ones that are just passed on to you, the generational ones. Like, it's some, honestly, it's so hard to accept that you deserve good things. And so it's such a struggle because, like, when you're suddenly, like, when you're finally being faced with all these good things, when you come home to yourself and you know what you're worth, and you're faced with these things, the abundance starts coming in. You're like, shit, that's like, I've never had to like deal with this before. Are you sure that's mine? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Even though you're manifesting, you're believing all these things, these inner wounds are gonna start showing. These triggers are gonna come up. These traumas are gonna come out. All these fears, all these feelings are just gonna start coming out. I've been talking to ChatGPT about this. It's your, sorry, I'm kind of losing. My brain's running too fast right now. It's your system, your nervous system, flushing out all of these old patterns because they're not yours anymore. They're not yours anymore. Your nervous system needs to get used to feeling safe, to being in safety, and realizing that, oh, this is safety. It's not unsafe. It just feels unsafe because it's unknown. You're not used to it. But this is safety, this is stability, and this is yours. And that's what holding the identity is. You have to stick to the knowing that you deserve good things. Okay? I think that is the message. That is what I want to share today. I always say I'm not exactly where I want to be at, but I'm not looking at that as like, I'm chasing after this. I see the vision, I know where I want to be, but I'm also detaching from how that's gonna look. Like I have a vision of where I want to live, what I want to be doing, but also I accept that it might not look exactly like that. It might look a different way, but it's gonna be exactly what I manifested because I'm holding the frequency. What I'm manifesting is the frequency. What I'm manifesting is the lifestyle. What I'm manifesting is the alignment. What I'm manifesting is coming from a place of being authentic and genuine. It's not like, yeah, you can manifest for like material things or whatever. The point is the alignment. Does it align with what you truly want or believe deep down? If you ask yourself, like your most authentic self, like, is this really what I want? Because I've said a lot of things throughout my life about like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and I'm only realizing now, it's like, no, I don't. That's not what I want. This whole plan I had to move to Canada, that's not what I want. Like, I don't even like the cold. What do you mean, Canada? So, we manifest um, what aligns with what we truly want. And, you know, doesn't always look exactly how we picture it. But it is exactly what we want deep down. And it is exactly, my tongue is getting caught. It is exactly what we need. Okay? Okay. I didn't do my makeup and I have to do it like super quick. But that is the message. And that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to tell myself because it's true. It rings true and I have to keep reminding myself. I forget sometimes what a bad fucking bitch I am. And I need this. And if you resonate with this, if you need this too, then let's fucking go, babes. Let's fucking go. We got this. We have been getting that bag. We just sometimes you just don't realize it. Okay, and so a lot of shit actually happens in the background. A lot of things happen in the background while you're doing the inner work, while you're doing the shadow work, and you're holding the identity. All of those things, those are very valid, very real struggles, and I will be the one to validate that for you because it's a lot of internal stuff. It's a lot of inner turmoil. It's a lot of silent battles that people don't know that you're going through. The decisions that you make, the decision to hold the knowing of who you are, despite all these old triggers coming up, all these old patterns arising. It's a struggle, babes. It's difficult. It's fucking difficult. Let me be the one to tell you that, like, I get it. And I see you and I validate that. Like, you should validate yourself. But, like, if you need a little external validation, let me be the one. Okay? Okay. That's it. I gotta get ready for work. I love you so much. And I'll see you more often, I guess. I love you. Bye. Just super quick before I go. I think I look cute. I mean, it's really basic makeup, but who's that glowing bad bitch? Damn. Sorry, my mirror is here. But anyway, look at that. Ah! I don't know. No, I do know. I know I'm that bitch. And you better know you're that bitch too. Anyway, I love y'all.